3-pound grater. They
That's
wouldn't
because we're
call for
muted.
it.
There we go. Now you can hear us probably. We've been muted this whole time.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That ain't on me. That's on Mike.
That's on me.
That's on you. You're the
No,
audio guy.
you're controlling
Anyhow,
all
what
the.
Steve was this
Dog,
is the shit.
you can't. I can't even pair. I can't even put it.
No.
I can't sum up everything.
No,
I
you don't
just
have to
said.
don't run it back. Don't run it back.
Jeez.
Don't
That's
run it back.
interesting.
You don't have to run it back.
Well, the gist of it, rest in peace to the legends that passed recently. They're trying to kill Kevin Samuels because of some stuff in his past and he on their throats. I guess we could just move on, honestly. I guess welcome to the Port Podcast. This ain't a full reintroduction, but I did want to say shout out to all the different where we at, YouTube, IG, Twitter.
IG should be IG Live. If we're not on IG Live, y'all hit me up. If you see it anywhere else and you don't see us on IG Live, hit me up. That's a separate thing I have to work on. We should be on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. And y'all do bear with us. You know, this is a new thing that we're doing. We literally had technical difficulties every single episode that we've done thus far. But we're gonna get to the point where y'all are just gonna be here waiting for us like you're watching Blackish or some shit.
I don't have testicle difficulties.
You don't have testicle difficulties?
That's what you just said. We
No.
have testicle
I said
difficulties.
testicle
No, I don't.
difficulties.
Testicle.
I'm telling you, I don't. You said we just had No, we did. I'm good.
You don't have testicle difficulties though?
No, I'm
No,
good.
I'm good.
Mine don't work anymore, so
Yeah, you have some
I have
ductwork.
I definitely have
My-
testicle
You had
difficulties.
ductwork.
My sperm work and everything else.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
good.
Out here.
My
Soldiering it
soldiers
up.
march.
Dude, I can't even. I got nothing to say to that. So how was everybody's week though? Like I know when y'all walked in, I was ready to start drinking because I needed it.
It was a week.
Crazy.
You
It
have
was a
one
week.
of
It
those?
was one of those weeks that it felt like 3 weeks, like a month. It was a month, all fucking week. It felt like.
Shit, my week blew by. It didn't seem like a month for me. I feel like I blinked and it's already Thursday.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I blink too fast now, it's about to be Monday. Like I'm just chilling. My week is extremely busy though. That's why. But for the most part, my week was cool, steady, just busy.
Yeah.
But again, as I was saying early off, Mike, like busy, I do consider busy good. Busy at work anyway.
Right.
Busy is good.
Right. I mean, and that's I think what's important, especially nowadays with COVID and everything going on, is it's important that we take the time for ourselves every once in a while. But there's a lot of people that ain't got jobs
It's a lot.
and then can't get unemployment. You know,
What's up with people? I'm hearing like people are literally rather taking it. Well, all right, people are rather staying on unemployment and people just simply aren't working.
Because the government is just giving away free money, apparently.
But is that really what's happening? Like, people, like, do you?
It's hard for me to say because I literally have not been affected even a damn little bit. So it's hard for me to
Unfortunately,
even.
knock on wood, we
you
say
know.
that with the most humbling as possible.
But yeah, no, like 100%. Like I feel you. I feel everybody out there that is affected by that. But again, I say hold in there. I don't even know what advice to give them because like it's just not
How
effective.
far would you go to feed your family?
Oh, to feed my family?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about?
Your
Killing,
second
stealing? No. I think there's. Would I suck a dick to feed my family?
Yeah,
You know,
just to feed your
you know,
family.
I'm always. It's like the equivalent of stuttering when I
Just-
repeat the question.
Just
Oh,
really,
yeah. We know. They know.
I would hope that I would never have to get to the point where I suck a dick to feed my family.
why
I'd rather
not?
steal
Yeah,
and kill before I
Mr.
suck a
2
dick.
for 20.
I
You
know.
don't suck a dick
Listen,
to feed your
no,
family.
I would rather. I would rather kill or steal before I suck a dick to feed my family.
How many meals?
murder?
How many meals you think?
I
you
get
off?
OnlyFans before I do that. I think. What?
Come on now, you were trying to feed your family. Come on.
So you owe us money.
They're gonna tax me? Oh my god! I'm glad that COVID's finally completely out of your bodies. We got the old asshole
it's
Steve
old
back.
Steve.
Thank you. Nobody is safe
y'all,
now.
y'all didn't see me when I had COVID in my body though. That you put there. Pause. Yeah, I'm still.
This is
here
a
to
thing
look-
now, right?
It's
You get
definitely
to
a thing
name
for
your
life.
accuser.
Yeah.
No, name your
Again, there
what
should
is
be
it? Victimizer.
there should be no surprise. I come here weekly to look
Tell
my
us who
killer
did
in
it
the
to you,
eyes.
Steve.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, bring out that dog, Mike. I'll show you what the killer
tell
hurt
us-
me.
Oh.
I'll show you. I'll show you what the killer hurt me. Pull the doll out.
So, yeah, no, this is starting to y'all starting to gang up on me here. So I'm gonna move the subject. I'm gonna go ahead and move the subject. Steve, you got to put on today.
Oh yeah, I
Hold
got
on.
a little. I got like.
Hold on.
Claude just gave us his towel. When he
I
tried
know.
to switch subjects, we on his ass.
That's not my fault. Well, cue the damn graphic. Cue the graphic. Fuck it. I don't want to have to deal with it anymore. Just cue the
See, that's why I
fucking
didn't want you to have
graphic.
control, because he do shit
Because
like
then I
that.
can do shit
He
like
can do
that.
shit like that.
Ah.
You know, we don't really talk about music much anymore, and it shouldn't be a huge put on because people should know that
Yeah.
it did drop. And if y'all have heard it, I do kind of want y'all opinion on it. But as y'all know, DJ Khaled did drop. He dropped Khaled or Khalid,
Khalid.
however you say it. No offense to them.
Do some official shit.
Probably a little bit of offense somewhere in there, but you know,
no offense.
this is not the PC. This is not the PC
Yeah,
pour
when
up
you say no
podcast.
offense,
This is the
it's
pour
like-
up podcast.
It's like when you tell someone, "Hey, no disrespect," before you say something disrespectful. Like it's still it's
No
not
offense,
allowed.
but
Yeah, it's not allowed to be taken offense. Like if you get offended, then you're the one that's wrong.
You gotta honor it like bids.
Yeah, like
they
if I
already
say-
requested that you
Right.
don't be offended.
If I say no disrespect before I proceed to say anything disrespectful,
And you can go
and
ahead and
if
say
you
whatever
feel
you want.
disrespected, it's on you,
Yeah.
and then I should be offended that you're disrespected because
Exactly.
you did not honor
And you owe him an
the
apology.
no disrespect.
Exactly.
And then I am therefore owed the apology.
Respect rules
Wait.
go. The no respect rules goes as.
But that's another topic. That's another topic.
you lost me. I'm like way off now.
This Khaled,
Go ahead.
This Khaled album. I was actually, all right. I've been getting a lot of mixed reviews on it. Me personally, I like the album. Other than he has some songs, couple that was like mad old, and I still don't quite understand why that was there.
Can you answer me a question though, Steve? When DJ Khaled drops an album, is it mostly just like the equivalent of a compilation feature
Pretty
album?
much like a compilation because
how
he's a
do-
DJ. It's like
Yeah.
back in the day when like a K Slay when he don't rap.
DJ
so
D Nice, yeah.
So he'll have
Yep.
artists to come on and do his album, but it's still his album. A lot of DJs they release albums.
But he also too, he probably is in charge of getting the talent together to actually make this thing. You know.
Yeah, and he had a lot. Khaled, he had a whole. I don't know how much it cost him to make because he had a lot of heavy hitters on there, like a whole lot of stars from Migos to the baby to Cardi to obviously the boy I just said Drake. The list goes on. Like he has her on there. He
Okay.
has tons. Bryson Tiller. It goes on. Lil Wayne opened up with a record from Lil Wayne. The shit just goes on and on, like the high level of talent. So I wonder how much it cost him. You know what I'm saying? And I also wonder if he made that back. And if he did make it back, you know how much money he made off this album? Because I'm pretty sure you can't get a Lil Baby verse today for anything less than 200,000 probably.
Well, the thing that it was back in the
And that's
day.
just a 16.
I fully agree. The baby out here working, and
That's a Lil Baby, but I'm
a
sure
little
the
baby,
up
but
there-
yeah, any of the features. If he
Yeah,
had
the baby.
if he had to pay for any of the features, it's gonna cost him a pretty penny. But you talking about, I don't know who's still on labels, but you talk about him being a producer too. This could be a, hey, you do my album, I could shoot you a track or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it could be trade-offs.
yeah, and I think that's how Khaled kind of was operating even back in the, remember like the We Taking Over days with T-Pain, Wayne, and Ross and all those guys. It was almost like a work for work kind of thing as opposed to pay for pay.
Possibly like the barter system. I was a little upset. I was actually hoping I would find Ace Hood somewhere on this
Yeah.
somewhere. I was hoping
Didn't
just
they
because
have a falling out? though?
they had a big falling out, which
Yeah.
Ace Hood actually talked about it before on Nori with Nori and them. But I still was like, okay, it'll be cool to if y'all had mended that, have Ace Hood come back. He did push the We the Best situation
yeah.
pretty damn far. Shit was on his back as well as it was on yours. So I was disappointed to not see Ace Hood on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it would have been cool to see Payne on there as well, which we didn't get.
Payne ain't checking his mentions.
No.
Definitely not. He could have been on there if he checked mentions.
It's probably in there.
But anyway, yeah. So back
Yeah.
to it. Did any of y'all hear the album at all? Or
I have
listen
not.
to-
In fact, actually, this you actually put me on just now, and I should run it tomorrow while I'm working. I had no idea. I know we're getting some J. Cole soon.
That's
That was about the only music news that I
Cole
was
is
doing.
coming. I'm excited for that. All right. Well, how about all right?
You got a double put on today?
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
do two real
nice.
quick. I'll do two real
I'll
quick.
take it.
Just because it happened extremely, I believe this even happened today.
Okay.
All right. As we all know, Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul will be fighting June 6th, right?
Yep.
Somehow today, whatever face-off they might have done, he ends up in a face-off with Logan's brother, Jake Paul. He ends up with in a like a little face-to-face with Jake Paul, and I'm saying they barking back and forth. Floyd got his Floyd has his bodyguards and whatnot, and I believe Paul would he looked dolo there.
Why is Jake not fighting? Isn't he the actual boxer?
He is the actual boxer, but it just looked like maybe a bigger payout for whatever reason.
I see.
I mean, I have no idea why.
Yeah, I got you.
Honestly, I don't know why Floyd fighting him in the first
Logan
place.
Paul,
But
yeah.
but we can get into that as we continue.
Yeah.
Anyways, they doing a little face off back and forth and whatnot, and then the Jake Paul the pranks went a little bit too far when he thought it would be funny to snatch Floyd's hat off his head.
Oh shit.
And yeah, the boy got the beats put on him a little bit.
Oh shit!
But by the bodyguard, like, it got bad, like it got bad, and it's honestly a little bit of it looked after it was all done and said. It did look like Floyd was kind of trying to extra sell it. It was like, I'll kill it, I'll kill you. You have to see the video, and it looked like people having to hold him back. It's like, well, you kind of had that chance when his shirt was all ripped, when like you had a chance.
Yeah.
So
hold me back.
Let me tell you what. So obviously, so Jake being the YouTube star, I guess the prankster, whatever it is that he is, he's now selling hats himself, and it's called Gotcha Hat. Because when he grabbed his hat, he was like, Gotcha Hat, and now that's the thing.
Are they New Era hats? They just like
no, it's probably dad hats. It look like, but either way it goes, he has millions of followers, so it's probably going up.
Oh yeah,
just capitalizing off the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. That's that whole social media. That's their world.
I got t-shirts too.
You got t-shirts too? Yeah.
Gotcha t-shirts.
Also, two announcement. I'm sorry if y'all watching on IG Live. IG Live is weird with the ratio. Can't fix it. You're probably seeing mostly Steve and not Mike and I, but that's cool. You're not gonna see. We're in there. Sorry about that. Not much I can do about that. But
struck a model pose.
Get your shit off. Do you think it's possible for you to strike a model pose?
Easily.
You got to literally take yourself inside off.
I don't know what you mean. That's plus size models.
Yeah, I know. You know what's crazy? I said the other day we were both fat, and I said it, and I was like,
earlier.
Wow, I've never actually said that.
We was both fat. You said.
Somebody said, "Who would you rather get rid of?"
To the fats.
The fats in the group. This is what I said. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for the put on, Steve. I don't really know what the fuck's going on with Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul. I don't think it's beneath him. But you know what? I'm gonna get it. It's actually I think it's the weekend that our girls go on their vacation. Definitely gonna order that shit. And maybe have some dudes over and watch it because like, why not?
Yeah, we can watch the fight at the Bible study.
Absolutely, at the Bible study. Yeah, 100%. I'm holding it.
So I'm looking at it. I honestly feel like, and I'm not the biggest boxing fan. I'm not going to act like I am, but I feel like Floyd is kind of making them. It's like you don't feel it's making a mockery.
Oh, absolutely, it's making a mockery.
Let me say why I feel this way. Floyd literally fought to be 50-0. I might even be 51-0, but let's just say 50-0 just because. I know for a fact he's at least 50-0.
Okay.
You really did have real fights under your belt.
Yeah.
You really did work hard to get to that 50-0.
Absolutely.
But and you fought real boxers just to fight a YouTube star who's literally 0-1.
So there's two things about that.
Even though it's exhibition, it does not. He can get knocked the fuck out, but it doesn't
count.
It does not
count. That's probably why he's doing it.
But it doesn't count on your real record. But
in our space.
In another world, on the social media world side, which honestly probably means more today than anything else, it's going against. It's a strike on your record.
Do you think he could even touch him? Like world-class fighters couldn't put hands on this man.
I truly do not believe he's going to. It's going to have to be some lucky type punch in my person.
So I have a comment and a question. So my first comment of it is, when you are an aging entertainer like this, the boxing's entertaining. He's an athlete, so athlete entertainment. When you're aging like that, you do kind of cling on to it by doing certain things. So like, there's a lot of old like performers like Tina Turner, Britney Spears. They do residencies in Vegas, which is kind of beneath them. When you think how much money and like how much their book of material is, it's kind of beneath them. But they do it to kind of stay relevant. And I can see that because Floyd ain't doing no. You think I don't think he's capable. Well, he might be capable to go out and do some real boxing in the actual arena again. But he's older, so he doesn't have his youth. He doesn't have his youth on his side anymore. Time is not on his side anymore. So it might just be something where he's just trying to stay relevant. Comment on that in a second. My question to you though is: so Floyd, do you think as a little man, do you think he got beat up a lot when he was younger?
No, I'm sure he was whipping ass.
And I'm asking you personally, how come you didn't become a boxer?
Because I'm not a boxer. I'm not really in the streets. I'm a shooter though.
See,
right there.
I'll cock a pistol or two.
Okay.
But also now you gotta see his brother, who is a boxer.
Oh no, I don't want
to. You being funny?
No. Justin. Hold on. Justin, right? Yeah. Your brother Justin. Justin hit me with his words and knocked me out.
Yeah, he's pretty.
I was done. I was good. I'm good. I don't want to face him. But that's all I got, Steve. I really appreciate that.
Interesting to see Steve as a boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think with training, I think obviously anybody with the proper training you can beat that. But I don't think I would be too bad with a little amateur thing. But it's just not my.
You're peaceful. You're peaceful.
Yeah, you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
Facts.
Definitely.
Too busy dancing to Mario.
Exactly.
Knowing all the choreography.
Believe them stories around the campfire.
No, that's a real story, not a campfire story. That's I witnessed that.
Oh no, that was real shit. Mario was a shit when I was a kid myself. But anyways,
what was it? I Want to Know. Oh Baby You. It was the Biz Marquee flip.
He knew choreography. Say you're just a friend. Yeah, that's good. That's actually good.
That's a good throwback.
Yeah, it's a great throwback.
Blue, I priced that quite. I priced that a lot. That's probably how my son got it. I did that shit so fucking hard it passed down to him.
No, I'm saying when you did it, we was chilling in the
Back
room.
to me not having any testicle difficulties.
All right, y'all.
You ever re-up?
Mm.
On air too.
I think I'm always on the fence about having more kids.
Oh no, I'm done. We mentioned my testicles no longer make children. So if she end up pregnant, then I know what's up.
So do you get a refund if that happens?
No. No, in fact, actually, I think when I signed the thing, it actually said, if it doesn't work, fuck you. I think that's what it says.
Oh, you signed a contract.
Well, yeah.
Damn.
At the end of the day, he was a very reputable guy. Whatever. I think it held. All right, guys, y'all, let's do this. Absolutely. See, thank you, man. Let's get into the minute. Yeah.
These sound effects.
Like that. Don't you love my sound effects? Because you don't ever hear them.
We do it in post.
Yeah.
Now
we don't do it in
Welcome
post.
to the Port Live.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick. In the comments, Jeff B, I see you. We waiting on that Kendrick 2. So we got the Cole coming, and of course this fight is a money grab. Boxing is a money grab sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
No disrespect to the fighters, but
I disagree with it all being a money grab sport. Like that's just a money grab sport.
2021 is.
What I was explaining.
What they're doing is a money grab. Boxing is not an actual true boxing, but nobody follows
true boxing,
that.
I'm not talking about the fighting in the ring. Promoting a fight is a money grab. That's the whole point. Even Ali and all those guys, like you had to sell the fights.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but
it was also about. See, but back you talking about Ali back then though. That it was like USA versus the foreign, the blacks versus the whites, the Italians versus the Polish, like all of that shit. But it wasn't necessarily about money. It was about who's the best, who has bragging rights. That's what it used to be about.
What's the dude with the fro, Mike
Don
Tyson
King.
guy?
I understand. Hold on, now. You said Muhammad Ali. You said Don King.
Promoting fights. They was starting shit.
So about the 90s is when that shit
I
started.
don't think it's just all right. I think everyone's right in the sense like
Yeah, I never said
they
just.
want to win too. You want the belt, but also
course.
it's clearly you want to get paid for it as well.
Of course.
So you want both of them.
Yes.
So all I gotta
sport
say
of
is
boxing
I will build a platform
depending on
out
what
back,
you build
get you and Steve boxing and knock each other over. We're gonna film it and we'll put it on. We'll put it on live on
Steve
shit
can't
media on YouTube.
No, I
You
want-
know, just
I
that's
want-
what maybe that would make it better.
We
I
in 2 different weight classes. Steve, first
You
of
are
all,
literally in T is literally two different weight
Yeah,
classes.
there are weight classes for a reason.
But you trying to do it extra as though that's not
You're
a
trying to
real
make it
thing.
like I didn't just say that. I just said that. We in the same weight class though.
You and
We
I?
can box.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
I actually had boxing training.
This will be
You didn't know that, did you?
Ali Foreman. It's gonna go different though.
No, it'll definitely be Ali listed, and you will be listed, sir.
It's still gonna go different.
I'm pretty. No, let's
You
do
can't
this.
dance like Ali.
I can't dance
Triple
like
your
Ali,
feet.
not even a little bit. So something interesting that we're in the mix now, y'all. But something interesting that when I was reading articles, because that's what I do, organically, not specifically for the show.
Float like a moth and sting like a flea.
You're so stupid. You're a dick. Anyhow, so one of the things that kind of led me to this topic that we're gonna talk about today, I actually y'all feel just before I get into the tone exactly what the topic is, y'all feel like you have more or you know more single females nowadays than you ever have, say in the past, and let's keep it to our age. Like let's kind of have some context to it.
Semblance of what's what?
Yeah.
That's tough, man. It's a very vague question. Excuse me. I don't know if I know more, but I do know a few.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't counting, I guess, any time before.
Right. You're not going, you're single. You're single. I was just kind of like just fucking scrolling through shit and just looking at articles and stuff. And it just kind of one of the things that like popped out is that I guess women nowadays, and there is an age distinction, and we'll talk about that, but there's more women choosing or involuntarily single nowadays for so many different various reasons. And it just baffles me because one of the things that I always hear is that even you talked about Kevin Samuels earlier. Mm-hmm. He often gets these women to come on, and their main problem is I can't find a quality man or I can't find a man. And that kind of led me to kind of like think about it. I was like, I used to know so many females that were hanging out with guys or dating guys, and it was kind of like slim pickings. Like everybody had a boyfriend, and I feel like nowadays there's so many more single women, especially our age, and it's kind of like baffling to me.
Okay.
You know, and I know you talked about it earlier. We tried to find people to join in on the discussion, and just off the top of your head, you're like, oh, this girl has a boyfriend, this person ain't single, this person ain't single. But it's kind of like sociologically, articles, population, like numbers. It's definitely more single women out here than there used to be.
Well, I think today the dating pool is trash, especially for a woman. It's a whole.
Elaborate on that.
In my opinion, it's a whole lot harder for a woman being single in today's society than it is for a man, especially in this age, like in the age frame that
in
we're
the dating app era too. I get a lot of that from my single.
Right, like it's a lot. It's extreme because everyone. First off, everyone comes off the same anyway.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard for anyone extra to stand out.
So if I understand you correctly, are you saying that it's because of they're choosing to be single, or they're involuntary single just because they don't have there's not the actual
Probably a mixture of both. They probably choose to be single because it's trash. So it's like
how's it trash though?
The quality of man today in our age frame, in my personal opinion, I think we as a whole are trash.
So hold on, sorry. Hold on, wait a minute.
Realize that a lot of dudes ain't trying to commit. They trying to smash.
Right. So
you think a lot of females
let's not act like we don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Wait a minute. So I agree with you on that a little bit, but I'm thinking about when I look at the social media culture.
Again, I gotta say this part before you continue. Don't forget it.
No.
Obviously, it does not apply to everyone. I'm talking about when I say us as a whole, because
general.
we're men.
General.
We're men.
Yeah.
We're not going to try to disassociate ourselves. Like we're men, and as a whole.
Let's talk about that in a second. Let's keep it to our age group. 35. See, we're all 36. How old am I? 35? I always forget.
You're that old
35. 35. We're all 35. I feel like it's a lot of the 30 plus women and friends of mine that I know that are single. And one of their biggest complaints is that there's not enough dudes. And them aside, typically, I always had the opinion that if you were over 30 or close to 30 and you were single, never been married before, like nothing, you just a single chick out in the world, there was something off with you. And I'm hearing crickets right now.
No, because I'm waiting. Why? Why would you think something's off with her?
Because
she's
typically, and now, y'all correct me, come at me, ladies out here if you want to. Typically, there's got to be something, whether there be you're married to your career or you got kids. There's baggage, there's emotional baggage, and some are just crazy. Not saying that guys aren't, but the stigma for guys is a little bit different. We can talk about guys in a minute, but just in general, to me, like once you get around that, would y'all not agree that the late 20s to early 30s, that's marrying time, correct? Generally speaking,
no, I didn't.
Nowadays,
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be.
Don't give me head bobs.
No.
I disagree.
Me and Steve, I can feel us was thinking the same. There's a.
It's not marrying time for y'all.
No, in my personal opinion, you didn't really do enough. You said between 20 and 30.
Late 20s.
I said late 20s, early 30s.
Everything depends on your life and how you live it. Because a lot of times people may not have done enough.
But you know why I say that though, right? That's because that's around the time when women start to not be able to have children as it goes higher and higher.
Well, when that's the case goes, then sure.
We're probably the wrong two to talk to.
Yeah.
We got ours out the gate. Our kids was done. So marriage wasn't really contingent. And granted, we're guys. And all jokes aside, yes, I guess that is the age where a woman should be wanting to focus on what's what. They've lived enough life, should have went to college and had a little
right.
fun.
And again, I'm trying to get into the head of women. And because we'll get on men here in a minute, but like honestly, like I'm thinking like, and when I say there's something wrong, again, ladies, don't come for me. I don't say that you're just crazy. Some of y'all crazy. But let's be real. Some of y'all is crazy. There is some issue. We see it on Kevin Samuels. We see it on the THOT. The hoe over there was not created for men. So let's be real. There are a certain population of female in the world that you don't have a man because there's some issue there. Whether it be psychological, whether it be emotional baggage, whether it be actual physical baggage, or you got whatever it is, kids, whatever it is.
Terrible, bro.
You know, that's not terrible. That's the truth.
Physical baggage.
When you physically actually have to talk about marketability and the ability to actually find somebody that wants to be with you forever.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying like to point out people's. You know what it is? I'm not single, so I guess I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how they operating in these streets. You're not walking. I mean, your physical baggage shows, as I know.
Yeah.
But when you're walking up to the table, there's a lot of mental baggage that you're not putting on the table. Some people may ask questions at a certain age. I guess what we really need is single people on here to say.
Yeah.
I ain't been single in a long time, so again, I'm not saying you're wrong. I wonder what it's like for the gents in the chat. What is it like in the single streets? Matter of fact, most of those dudes is married. But I'm curious what the single streets look like from both sides. But I hear it from my chick friends. Shit's weird out there.
So from what I understand, online dating is the thing. That's like the thing now, which to me is like
I
makes
don't
me
know
want
what I think. Now I think honestly,
wait.
it's always been a thing.
What do you mean?
Online dating has been popping since forever. Probably before we was even old enough to get on ourselves.
What you mean? I don't
From
think so.
Christian Mingle, these are new
No,
sites.
Christian
Like
Mingle's
Tinder,
not
like,
like
literally even
like
Tinder.
Tinder is like 10 years old. That's not like
Let's subtract 10 years from your life, and we keep naming sites, and then you see how young
keep
you
naming
actually
sites.
were.
Tell me something back. You said before we were dating. Like,
Well, I'm sure so. There's definitely was dating sites somehow.
I mean, remember you used to talk to girls on AIM. You ever talk to girls on AIM?
Yeah, ASL. You trying
Yeah.
to see what?
So imagine that. I actually didn't. I didn't try that, but.
Okay.
Imagine a grown man doing that. So that literally pushes us
Realistic.
already at like 16, 17, or 15, 16.
Man, I get what you're saying, but I feel like the way that it is right now, literally Tinder, you can literally be like, who's in your area? Okay, look, this person's in there. Let me see how she looks. Oh, damn, she looks good. Swipe right. I don't even swipe right. You're there. You know what I'm saying?
Know what it is. I don't know. You know the,
I had a Tinder.
play it off.
I had a Tinder account. I had a Tinder account literally for like 4 months.
and you have to pay for that, right?
I have no idea. It was literally like
I don't
when
know
it
if
was
they're
popping.
taking money out your account.
It's not currently because I don't have it. The profile's
You don't
probably
know that?
deleted.
No,
What do you
they
mean?
still taking.
You think it's
That's
taking my
still,
face? You think our faces are on Tinder? Somebody's catfishing with our faces?
no.
No, I don't think anybody's catfishing. No.
I don't have a catfishable face.
Yeah, you do, Mike.
I'll be catfishing. I use cloth.
You got a catfishable body? Is that what you're saying?
No, my body's good. I don't know why you keep dissing my body. I was talking about my face. I was literally talking about my face. What are you talking about? I think low key Claude be admiring me and shit. He be at the crib like.
Hey man, I always wondered what it'd be like to be heavy and dark skinned.
Instead of heavy and light skin.
Yep, exactly, and short.
What would it? What would that do? Like,
I don't know.
What do you think it's
Well,
like, Lord?
you're married, but I guarantee your options will go up.
My options will go up.
Up.
Oh wow, and bald.
Yeah.
So I gotta have gray hair, bald,
You don't gotta
fat,
have
and dark skin.
Why do you think those are negative?
you
By the
don't-
way,
you
let's
don't
get
have
into
to have
classic.
anything.
I know.
I'm just saying.
This kind of
If
losing
I
topic.
was
Ladies,
yeah.
if Mike was on Tinder right now and you saw him, fat, overweight, bald,
I bet if we
Salt
both
and
was on
pepper.
there, I'd get swiped for you.
probably.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
because
talking
you
about.
fit the quintessential definition of a black man. So they're like, yeah,
And you don't?
that's the sound effect when you go left. You go,
So,
all right.
so now it's just a bunch
I
of.
know.
So now it's just gonna be a bunch of doors.
a bunch of what?
Doors.
Doras?
Yeah.
Like
They
Dora
gonna
the
like
Explorer?
swipe or no swiping.
Oh,
That's what's gonna be.
You stupid. But no, for real. All right, back to the shit, though, for real. So I kind of jotted down a few things, and there was a bunch of shit. Career was one. Career was number one. Basically, you have a woman that's married to her career, 100%. Then there's lack of options was another one. You talked about that. The dating pool being shit.
So far, all of these could
Okay.
be true.
Right. Social media, the actual expectation of how somebody should be and how they look and how they should act and everything has been kind of warped by social media. And then online dating was another one. We talked about that. Just the way that
Online
it's set
dating
up.
is still considered social media, no?
Well, I don't know. No, I wouldn't think
I
so.
would say
No. It's so I would say because you don't really date on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could. You could literally go, oh, that chick's hot on Instagram. Let me hit her up in a DM.
well, Facebook
Not
apparently
really-
has a dating section, but
Yeah.
I think the difference is everybody got access to social media. Not everybody's on a dating site.
I get you. That's true.
I think that would be where I think the distinction
So
is.
the last thing that
But
I
you
wrote,
can do work on social media,
right?
or so my friends tell me.
And so the last thing I wrote, not me, no, definitely not me. The last thing I wrote down, I just wrote general ratchetness is what I wrote down, but that's just me adding something to the list. But
General ratchetness, she's the
yeah,
ratchet.
she's the ratchet one, like ratchetness. I mean, they
But
can't
some
all
people
be.
like that.
You like that?
I don't mind a ratchet female.
Explain.
I don't mind ratchet.
Would you marry a ratchet female?
Maybe if I fell in love with a ratchet.
Explain.
If I fell in love with a ratchet female, then yes, I could marry her.
And what's your definition of ratchet?
I would have to actually ask you that because you said the ratchet part.
I mean, what? Without being offensive? What do you mean? What?
Who's offended? Like, just
Tell
whatever
you
think
tell
in
me.
your mind.
Excuse me.
You did
Alright,
have something in mind. when you said
Ratchetness,
it.
yeah, absolutely. So general ratchetness. I'm talking about on basically your quintessential typical Instagram thought. Basically, that's 95% twerking pictures. It's pictures in bikinis by the pool. It's I'm out drinking all the time. There's no pictures at work. There's no pictures going to the grocery store. You know, people IG everything.
Okay,
And
well, my
your
definition-
life is literally from point to end is me literally just showing me going
That
nuts.
just sounds like some whole shit. So my,
That's what I'm talking about.
my definition of ratchet
Some whole
isn't
shit.
at all. My
Bullshit.
definition of ratchet, like you could, like ratchets, they go to work. They actually,
Yeah.
a lot of ratchets, they work.
Oh,
They got
school
their
me
own
then.
businesses.
Upper management.
Like
Okay.
a lot of ratchets that I would deem as ratchet, they own their own businesses, whether it's doing hair, doing they got their own nails, whether they're doing waxes, they have their own businesses. And also,
You brought up the waxes again. You brought up waxes last
I've
episode.
also it's literally businesses.
Is that like is that the thing? Like the ratchet? If you're ratchet, you have a business that's waxing.
Why are you sticking on waxing? I named
you brought up waxing last episode too. I was just curious.
You understand that I mentioned
I'm just curious
because that's just another form of a job that I know.
You're not saying though that's all that ratchets do though. That could be everything.
No, like you're trying to allude to that. You stuck on the wax. I literally named nails, hair. Or that type of thing. But I'm just saying, and they don't just stop there. They do work in the corporate world.
I was about to ask you that. Are there ratchet doctors and lawyers?
No, there's.
I mean, I've never been in a doctor's lawyer's office to work to know if
there's ratchet call center managers.
Probably is.
Okay.
But
middle management and shit. You probably work with you.
But yeah. So damn, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, yeah, no.
Generally, I guess I'll jump in until you catch it. But I thought generally ratchet might be just this. Defined as a lifestyle, like you know how you have your corporate guy, you know.
Oh yeah, and maybe maybe more loud talking, maybe don't have maybe more of a not gonna take shit attitude.
Yeah, willing to snap on.
Because honestly, believe it or not, I'm more so laid back. So if I go to a restaurant and I'm in there with my ratchet, somebody gotta tell the waitress or waiter that I ordered the mashed potatoes, and it ain't gonna be me. She gotta do it. She gotta be like,
that's why you.
Wait a minute.
That's why you date.
I'm not gonna. You can't attribute that to a ratchet chick, because I mean I've married to somebody who would send a fucking steak back if it wasn't done right.
But a ratchet would do it kind of differently. A ratchet might borderline.
How would a ratchet do it, Mike?
A ratchet would do it enough to where Karen might want to call the cops.
Damn.
Matter of fact,
Karen is the server now.
The anti-Karen is a ratchet. So if a Karen popping off, a ratchet might check that shit and nip it in the butt. It's over for Karen when a ratchet show up.
The anti-Karen is a ratchet. That might be the title of the episode.
So I still like to say this too. You gotta also understand, like, obviously it's not a one size fit all.
Mike knows about that, Mike. And Steve, he understands that one size does not fit all. He's tried it.
You trying to say Mike tried on the Magnum Mini at one point?
I did.
Is this a dick reference?
No. I wasn't. I would never reference your dick.
Steve just did.
I mean, you're the Hillsborough Slim to his Steve Cash, a.k.a. the vampire. Don't tell the stories around the... See, that's the stories that they be telling around the
shots at the king.
Around the actual
I hear y'all.
Take shots at the king?
You know...
Assassination.
The alpha don't hear what the beta's saying back.
I'm a signal. We already talked about this.
You keep shooting until I bite you.
So, all right. So, I'm going to jump back into the actual topic. Because we got to have a guest on here in a minute.
Don just all caps at beta.
Beta. To you or me?
To you.
To me? Fuck Don. Anyhow. So, you mentioned before the dating pool is trash. Fuck him. No, you're not coming on. Fuck you. Is there really a lack of... So you said dating pool is trash. Mm-hmm. Is there really a lack of good men for women to date? Mm-hmm. Or are women going for men that are not dateable?
How are you... I highly doubt a single woman that's looking for a wholesome relationship is like, ooh, where's the men that's going to do me dirty?
But don't you think that people tend to get into holding patterns though when they roll with the same type of person over and over again?
No, what happens is they constantly meet men who are upholding a standard that isn't true. They're meaning they're representative. That's not the real.
Let me ask you a question then. If you're the female,
okay,
and all of these men are not for you, right? They're fucked up. They're whatever.
They're all representing themselves as though they're.
What is the common denominator though?
No, I see what you're doing. You're trying to place the blame on the female.
I'm not placing the blame on the female. I'm saying that you're the common denominator.
You want me to say it's me as the female? I'm telling you no. I'm trying to explain.
I'm saying logically, you are the common denominator.
Okay, yes, with math terms and actually yes.
Not necessarily math.
Or yes, that is correct.
I know some math.
I am the common denominator in that factor, but I can't help the fact that men are constantly, when women are constantly being fooled by a man. She's doing all the right things. Let's say she goes on dates. She's waiting to give herself to him, and then eventually after whatever if she's like, okay, I have 3 days strictly, whatever her shit is, and it goes down and it doesn't work out, how is that her fault? What if the dude completely turns out to be an asshole? I know women deal with men that they think are single. Whole time these men literally have full families. Literally families. How is this her fault? All she did was fall for your representative.
Where'd you find this man?
I don't know. She might have met him maybe online, maybe in a grocery store, maybe who knows? I don't know. I would have to ask that question.
No, I'm just saying. The person I'm married to now literally did my background check, they checked my fucking credit history, all of the above. And I'm not saying you're supposed to do that when you're trying to get with somebody.
Or maybe you should, though.
Or maybe you should. So because my thing is that what I hear you saying is that don't make it the woman's fault, but it's almost like you're making the woman the victim.
I didn't say don't make it the woman's fault. Literally, you was trying to. It's actually you're flipping it to where you.
I'm saying that. I'm not trying to say. I'm saying that.
okay, you're placing the blame on a woman, and she does have to take some accountability.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, it's hard for a woman to take accountability for something that's being presented to her as one way. It's not real. Completely false. Like, when a man approaches her as Mr. Greatest ever, and then he ends up being an ass, how is that her fault if she fell for it? Even if it's happening time after time, what's she supposed to do? Never give anyone another chance? She still wants to be with people. She still wants to date. She's still looking.
So I'm hearing what you say, but
and
again,
I want to ride with you right now.
It's like you showing so much bail to the female, and this is not me hating on females at all, not even a little bit.
But I'm not trying to do this.
Yeah,
but I
but
can't
you're doing it like you have to
because it's not correct.
And it's fine that y'all on the opposite. But what would y'all say the percentage of what you're saying versus what you're saying?
Welcome to the lobby, Amanda. We'll get you on in a minute. I'm sorry. I know. Sorry. I'll stay in my lane.
No, you're good. But what's the percentage of what you're saying versus what you're saying?
I'm saying 90. What do you mean?
You're saying 90-10?
No. What are you saying?
Trash men versus women who just are picking wrong, I guess is what you're saying.
Go ahead.
If I had to summarize it.
Honestly, I think it's definitely more the women are picking wrong than the men are just trash.
What percentage?
30-70?
So there's...
I'm saying there's quality men out there.
When this happens 10 times, you're saying that the woman...
There are definitely quality men out there.
You're
My
saying
thing
that the
is
woman
that
is in a bad position more times than there are trash men.
Yes, absolutely.
And you're saying what?
I couldn't disagree more.
Okay.
If I have to put a percentage on it, honestly, I was going to go with that same.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's completely opposite. I think more so it's trash men and men being and not.
But when you say trash men, I'm not saying it's the opposite. Trash women. No, women are definitely not trash in this scenario. I just don't think that they're fishing in the right pond. They're not doing all the due diligence.
Are we going to act like men ain't been men for
no, men are men. Men are men 100%.
Kings have been doing women dirty since the beginning, and you're a king. It's just.
I got you 100%. 100%. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. I don't think women are trash in this scenario. What I'm saying is that you cannot expect to do like are you doing things differently? Are we literally trying to find a date on Tinder every single time, and every Tinder date is fucked up? Yeah, it's fucking Tinder.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you think it's easier to find a good woman or a good man?
It's easier to find a good woman, 100%.
And by the fact that we outnumber women,
the odds are definitely against them.
And the fact we outnumber women, I don't know the exact numbers. I know at one point it was definitely 3-1. By now, it may even be more. If
in this country?
In this world. I'm not just talking about the country.
No,
sure,
I think it's pretty even.
It's definitely not even, Claude.
Yeah, it's even.
Especially with men like you with backs that keep making girls.
Listen. If it's a 50% chance that you can have a male or a female, it's definitely even.
No, roll the dice. Literally women overpopulate the earth.
No.
Claude, it's true. Yes, these
no, that's
are
not
facts.
true. Where are you getting that fact from? Tell me the source of that fact.
From literally Google and literally just as recently.
What is your source?
I'm trying to tell you, but you won't let me.
Go ahead.
Literally, a podcast I just listened to, they gave the numbers that numbering men 3-1. That's why I didn't want to give that fact. I said 2-1. I'm sorry, I did say 3-1. I believe they said 4-1, but that's why I went to 3-1.
You're saying that women outnumber men 4-1.
All right, let's do this.
I don't know the exact number. We can easily just Google ourselves. We can
Google
Google ourselves. But yes, women overpopulate this earth more than men. That's a fact.
You know
why also? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
Yeah, you know.
Is someone here now?
Yeah,
I want to bring it.
Bring it. We can argue with her.
No, it's not. While she's coming in, you also got to factor in the incarceration rate of men. These are true. Men are being taken away. So
are we talking about men or black men in general? Because white men ain't getting incarcerated.
Let me welcome. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Because I want you to give your handle so people know where to find you. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Amanda.
Sitting there. Okay.
So she can't hear us.
Well, y'all continue until she.
I tell you, Amanda, turn on the actual live stream and maybe you can listen to us from the live stream.
We'll
Anyhow, we'll get it back again. Technical difficulty.
What I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to. It's not just black. I'm saying men in general. Men are incarcerated. I'm sure at a higher level than females
I agree with
also.
that. Yeah. 100%.
So on top of that, on top of us dying, on top of just regular man shit, we have women are more out here than men are. Even if we populate, even if we went half like you're claiming, which isn't correct, Claude, but even if it is half, you got to give at least 10% of the half is in prison.
So, all right.
It's true. I
get what you're saying. Yeah, but you're trying to literally say that because of prison and death rates, there's literally a lack of eligible men.
I never said there's no eligible men.
But what are we arguing about then?
I said that.
That's what I'm saying. There's definitely men are out there.
There are eligible men who still do women dirty. Just because you're eligible don't mean you're not going to do someone dirty.
So you're saying that there's literally not eligible men who aren't going to do women dirty out there.
You don't think Hugh Hefner was eligible man?
An eligible man?
You don't think he was eligible? He's
Yeah,
Hugh
100%.
Hefner.
Yeah, 100%.
And look at him.
He ain't do women dirty, though.
He's a playboy to death.
He definitely didn't do women dirty, though.
Dirty to you? All right, if you had a daughter in the Playboy Mansion, or is your daughter being done dirty?
You hold on now.
You
Wait a
just
minute.
said
Wait a minute. Because you
has nothing to do
conflating
with your
shit.
personal.
You're mad at conflating shit because think about it.
am I
Hugh
conflating?
Hefner had like 3-4 girlfriends, and they all knew that they were the girlfriends.
Question, you're saying that like he's treating these women right, and he asked if you had a daughter there.
Well, there's nobody forcing women to be
No,
Hugh Hefner's girlfriend.
Just because you're being, that's different. That's some slave shit.
Your
I'm not
presence
saying,
doesn't mean you're being forced, but the question still stands.
Hugh Hefner goes, hey guys, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, and I don't want to have just one single partner. Until he did, actually. He did end up having just a single partner by the time he died. No, it was one by the time he died.
Oh, okay.
he died like 80 something.
He
Come
died
on,
like
man.
90 something. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, please chime in. Like, Mike, like, come on, niggas is watching this shit. And like,
Yeah,
No, I don't agree. I'm not agreeing that
Women
men are all
outnumber
bad.
men. A comment says 101 men to women. Another comment says, and then somebody asked, where do you women feel that is a right pond for women to fish in to find those men you talk about?
I would go 100% and say not fucking Tinder. Tinder is for fucking.
okay, you say that's where not to go. So tell them where to go.
Honestly, I don't think it's that difficult to meet somebody out at a bar. Not in COVID season, obviously, but I don't think it's that difficult. Honestly, everybody at this table met the person that they were with for a long ass time at a fucking bar. We all did it. Go to a bar. Maybe don't talk to the guy that's being a fucking asshole and that's fucking taking shots
To
like
the
a
guy that's
douchebag.
tripping women.
But you know it's funny that you say that.
Bang.
But you know what's funny though?
Why you did
I
it?
was an eligible man that was a quality man to marry.
So which were you?
So
Were
maybe
you-
look for somebody
were
that's
you
that's
an asshole, or
unconventional.
Were you one of the eligible good ones?
I mean, you know me.
No,
I do know you, but I
but
want you to
tell-
say.
but
I was definitely the asshole.
So does
And
that
your
make-
wife looked up?
What?
Your wife looked up?
She definitely locked up.
No, not locked up.
Oh,
Looked up. She met an asshole and married him because he's a good
Well, she was
man.
on husband number 2, and I'm definitely better than the first one. So yes. what are you saying?
Well, I'm saying
You trying to get me
that-
to ether myself
No,
and
no,
say
no,
that I'm
no,
not?
I didn't think he was going to go there. Basically, you've been saying this whole time that it's.
Did we lose Amanda?
Yeah, she has some technical issues.
Okay.
She was trying to jump in.
We'll get it
but
back.
basically, you're saying the opposite of what Steve's saying. Steve's saying, and just give me the recap. You're basically saying that men are the trash ones, and you're saying that women are in a bad position.
Yeah, I'm saying you
But you
can't
admit that you were an
listen.
asshole, and you.
I'm
got
just
together.
saying this. You can't blame men for the fact that you don't have a man. I think that's literally you're blaming a sandwich because you can't physically eat it. You know, for whatever reason it is. Like there's probably several different things that are going on. I'm not saying the woman is. I did say at the beginning of this that I think that there's obviously if a woman is unmarried, late 30s, early 30s, late 20s, there's some kind of factor that's preventing that, and I still believe that. Like I said, it literally goes from being crazy to emotional baggage to married to their job, kids, all of this shit that will prevent them from getting into the
Okay, I have a question.
solid
A
space.
woman she meets a man at 22, fresh out of college.
Oh, so now you're going to young. Okay,
Well, what age?
different factors. I'm talking about women our age.
Okay,
22 is different.
okay, she's partying. She's all right. She meets someone at 26.
Sure.
She meets someone at 26 after she's done partying, whatever.
Okay.
Everything looks great. She's looking forward to marriage. This man ends up cheating on her and leaving her for the new woman. So now she's 33, single.
Why the
with
man
a
cheat on
child.
her?
Why'd he cheat? So now she's the fault for being cheated on?
I didn't say that. I said why the man cheat on her?
Because a man is a man. Come on. Really? We're going to do... So now a woman is the reason why a man
Actually,
cheats?
studies actually show, Steve, and if you would Google that men don't just cheat for fucking nothing. Why do men cheat? Do you want to have that conversation? Why do men cheat?
Yes.
Why do men cheat? Men just cheat for the fuck of it?
You just asked me why did he cheat on her, and I just looked at you like you're the craziest dude ever, because you're trying to blame her for the reason he cheated. Your dick is your choice. You went and stuck it somewhere you shouldn't have
So
been.
you're trying to say that a man 100 times out of 100 times is just cheating on a woman for the
Of
shit of cheating
course
on
not.
her?
We
Then
put-
no. So what are you talking about?
I didn't say when you start to put numbers and say 100.
Yes,
never
I
once
understand.
said-
Numbers are difficult for
So
you,
that's-
Steve, that you can't
Clark, it's
grasp
not
the fact
difficult.
of that there are statistics and things that go along with it.
Nah,
You
dead ass what
grasp
you
the concept that there's more women than men in the
I'm gonna
country.
keep it a buck. I'm trying to have a conversation, but when you start saying stupid shit like numbers are
How
difficult,
would I say it's stupid?
Because for one, you're not letting me talk, dog. I'm getting tight. I'm telling you right now, I'm getting
Get it
tight.
out then.
I'm telling you what it is right now. So anyway, I'm trying to have a real conversation, but when you start saying shit that's not going to
You're wasting time, not just saying what you got to say. Then I get it.
I'm telling you, dog.
Plus, got it. Move on.
Are you sure?
Say what you got to say. I got it.
No, I
got what you're saying. Go. Say what you got to say.
Dog, you're not. No one said 100%. It's never 100%. There's always exceptions to every rule. Nothing is always 100% this and 100% that. It's never that's the case. But more than likely, you cannot blame a woman for her man cheating on her.
Did I say that?
That's exactly what you said.
I simply asked you the question, why did he cheat?
Please moderate.
You created the scenario. I asked you a factor, and
I'm
you
quiet
said,
till Mike moderate.
well, she blamed him. No, I didn't say that. I said, why did the man cheat? We got Amanda back yet? Amanda don't want to be on.
No, she's trying to figure out a little.
Okay.
She wants to be on.
She'll be on.
We can see her.
We'll get
she
her.
couldn't hear us.
Okay.
But that aside, you both are making your points. But Claude, you did allude to the fact that women are the reason they're being cheated on.
What did I say? Other than why did she do?
It was your implication. You implied
I said, why did the man
that
cheat?
if a man basically that's why Steve went on this whole rant about you putting your dick where you didn't put it. You're basically alluding to the fact that it's a woman's fault why she got cheated on.
No, I didn't say that. I said, why did the man cheat?
But you alluded to it. I said it. I said you.
How do I allude to something when I literally asked a specific question? I said, why did the man cheat?
Before you asked the question, you
Can Steve make
nah,
up some...
I ain't say I want Mike to finish because you still didn't quite make a point. You been kind of I want you to be more.
You want him to be on side. Steve would like you to be on his side. So don't.
I don't want you to be on my
both of us.
side.
Just be on his
I want you
side.
to be the.
I'm going to be the deciding factor in here.
Oh Jesus!
And if the question is simply this, and what's the question on the table? Why are women still single?
No, the question started with why did the man cheat?
No, but you said you had a scenario. Your scenario was she's 26 years old, she got married, and the man cheated on her. Now she's single again at 30 something years old.
Let's say they was together from 26 to I'm just throwing an age, 33. And he ends up cheating on her he ends up cheating on her. He creates a whole new life with the woman he cheated on. And you said, well, why did he cheat on her?
As if he needed
referencing that it's her fault.
No, listen, I'm asking for factors, and I'm about to give you an answer based on all the factors. But if you don't want to get the factors, I can't.
Here's a simple factor. Dudes cheat because niggas cheat.
And that's what I said. I said, because he's a man. I don't know.
Oh, but wait a minute, though. Hold on. You're missing something, though. Remember, I said at the beginning of this, I did say, I'm not talking about women. I did not say women that were previously married. I said women that's unmarried, never been married, and single. Late 20s, early 30s is what I said. So you can run it back.
To give it a title, you're just basically saying she has baggage and she might be the problem?
I'm saying there's several factors. I said there's several factors. I named career, married to your career. I said you got a kid. I literally named like 7 things.
Well, this is where it will tie into her being 33 and single and not married.
Okay.
Because her man had cheated and left her. So now she's 33 and married. So if you approach her that day, or even a couple months to where she's not as her, hey, miss, whatever, Chris, why aren't you married? You've never been married. Oh, because my man cheated on me and left me. But she literally, she's that age frame you're giving. She's not married. That doesn't mean she's crazy. She has baggage. She has career. My man cheated on me and left me.
Homie, that's baggage.
What's
baggage is not always bad. You do baggage is that I have something in my past that is going to affect my future. That's baggage. Something you have to carry with you to your future. That's baggage.
I understand what baggage isn't always bad neither, but when people use the term baggage, it's considered bad. They're like, that's what they say. It's supposed to be a negative. It's not like, oh, this girl got baggage, bro.
Oh shit, she bringing Louis bags.
Hold on. Let's use the denotation. The actual what I'm saying it is literally you're carrying something. And remember, I also said career, which is not a bad thing. I named a bunch of stuff that wasn't all bad stuff. And literally the worst thing I said was general ratchetness. That was literally the last thing I named. I named a lot of positive things. Kids aren't also bad things. Kids are also baggage.
You're correct. But I was given a scenario of why you may meet a woman who's 33 or 34, 35. If her man happens to leave her because he did something, that is why she's single. Not because she has baggage, she has emotional shit attached to her. None of that. Her man, I'm single for 8 months now because my man left me.
So 100%, what you basically named, you named a scenario that's basically my situation.
I didn't know your situation.
Basically, Renee was 29 years old, I think, and had a bad marriage, and she was single again, back in the dating scene. But it's. Again, though, that wasn't necessarily what I was talking about at the beginning about
but doesn't
the type
that
of
debunk your own point? She didn't really have any baggage unless you count regular life shit as baggage.
That is baggage. What are you talking about?
Mostly baggage is a connotation about.
No, I'm not saying mostly.
Wrong with her.
Okay, no.
You mean regular life baggage?
You have to listen to what I said. I named a bunch of shit, and all of that shit. There's a general. Literally went from worse to from okay to bad. Because a career's not a bad thing. Kids aren't a bad thing. Prior marriages aren't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, those won't be called baggage. Those will be called attributes. The good ones. Am I wrong?
Okay.
An attribute would be salary, manager, and other things. And you might say that negative things would be baggage. Because baggage is something you carry as heavy. That's the connotation.
I mean, I was given general examples of reasons why women are particularly single around that late 20s, early 30s age. And I wasn't necessarily saying all of it was negative. I literally, the only thing that I could literally say is 100% negative is general ratchetness. And that might not even be negative from what Steve says.
So do you think there's a difference between a late, let's say, what do you call your 30s? Middle age, late age?
I think we got it back.
Yeah, we'll get there. What do you call your 30s? Whatever your 30s are. A woman in her 30s who's never been married versus a woman who was married and might be divorced and single now. Is there a difference to you in your
Yes, 100%.
What would give them both the title, and what's the difference? You got any sympathy for either one?
For the one that's never been married?
Yeah.
I'm saying, so the one that's never been married at all, on a scale of the type of women, if you're comparing things, you know, you're talking about the type of woman that's never been married, never even, and there's something that preventing, and unlike what Steve says, I cannot 100% say that it's just because the dating pool is shitty and men are shitty. That can't be the answer, because there's plenty of women who are in that age that are married, living happy lives.
All right, let's do this. We got Amanda on the line. Amanda, introduce yourself and join the conversation. What do you think?
What's up, Amanda?
Hi, how's it going, guys?
How you doing?
What up?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. Amanda, give your socials and stuff first. We forgot that last time. I want to make sure people can find you.
Yes, absolutely. So my Instagram is Amanda Baby with 2 Y's XO.
Thank you. And so, all right. So, Steve, you want to ask her the question? So they're kind of coming at me right now, Amanda, a little bit, because I said out my mouth, single women who are of a certain age, and I gave a specific age that's late 20s, early 30s that have never been married and are single. There's some kind of, I use the term baggage. They don't like the term baggage because they say baggage is bad. I use the term baggage, and including in that baggage, I included they're married to their career, they're previously married. I'm just for everybody else that may have just joined us. Previously married, they got kids. All of these things are up, and I said general wretchedness was the last thing and probably the worst of all of them. I could be wrong, though. What you think about that? First of all, are you single?
So I have to call bullshit on that. I don't think it's always baggage. I can admit that on the reverse end, I've typically felt that way about men for the most part. But I have to say that I still feel like with men and women, there are some good ones left that are single. It's just very few and far between.
Why do you say that, though? Can I ask a question? Because I don't want to monopolize the interview. The other guys got to talk too. Where are you looking for men at?
That's the thing. I wouldn't really say that I'm looking, but every time that I've actually been somewhat interested in someone, it's unfortunately most men these days are not looking to settle down. They're just looking for a hookup.
Can I continue? Y'all good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, good. Oh, I'm good. I get it.
Men also don't seem to believe in dates anymore, and it blows my mind. I'm the cheapest date. Right? Like, you can take me for a slice of pizza, and I'm happy. And men don't even want to do that anymore.
Hold on, real quick, because you didn't answer 2 questions. Are you single? Number 1.
Yes, I am single.
Guys, you know her Instagram. Check her out. DM them if you're interested. If she's okay with that. Other one is, where are you looking for guys?
That's the thing, though. It's like I said, I'm not really looking. I mean, I've tried to maybe date some guys that I've known for years. I'll admit I've tried the dating app thing, but it was not good. Not a good experience.
What was bad about the dating app?
What was bad about the dating app is they all just wanted a hookup. None of them wanted real dates. It's just Netflix and chill type of thing.
So is it fair to say that what you're saying is that most guys just want to smash and you're actually looking for a serious relationship?
Absolutely.
You don't think that smashing can lead to a serious relationship?
Even if it does, you think that'll work for a lot of women?
It work for a lot of men.
I don't know. It's just, I just feel like
you reply quickly.
This generation, it really is much harder to find someone that's looking for something serious. I think there are a lot of different factors within that. I definitely feel social media plays a very large part in that.
Okay, we talked about that.
Yeah, people just, and I feel a lot of men don't truly want one woman. They want multiples. I've had a lot of men tell me the reason they don't want a relationship is because they want their freedom.
Okay.
They don't want any accountability.
So,
how wrong do you feel right now?
I'm not wrong. I don't think I'm wrong at all, actually.
A single
she didn't
woman who's out here dating just told you.
She didn't tell me anything wrong. I asked her where she dated, and she said she's not. So let me double that back. Where were you looking?
I would love to date. I would love to date.
Where were you looking?
But it's just,
Besides
I don't really think looking is the best thing, because I can tell you I am a relationship type. I've been in relationships for 11 years of my life, and I'm 30. So it's just, and I'm telling you, the older you get, the harder it is, because I've been single now for a little bit over 3 years, and it's crap.
But again, I hear that, and Steve said that too. It's just crap. I just refuse to believe that all men are crap, and there's nobody out there, like literally.
I don't think it's all.
If you're looking for shit,
most.
Amanda, if you're looking for shit in the toilet, you're gonna find shit.
No, the problem
I'm just saying.
The problem is, Claude, you keep using words that no one else is saying. Yeah, that's what makes you wrong. She never said all men, just like I never said all men.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Amanda just so happens to keep. Amanda, I got a question. The men you're meeting, and it doesn't work out for you. Can you agree that they don't end up being the man that they portray themselves to be when you first meet them?
Absolutely. It's either that, or from the jump, they're just saying, I don't want anything serious. I just want something casual.
I personally salute those men more because they keep it real with you.
Agreed.
But and so, Amanda, as you agree that you salute them men more, I'm gonna disregard them. I want to talk to you about the men who you're meeting, their representative. They're pretty much, that's not the real them. You're meeting a guy who's fronting like he wants something more, or pretending to be something that's completely not. Have you ever met a man that even if y'all dated for a little bit, even if you got a slice of pizza, come to find out he has like a whole family that he even has? Have you ever ran into that situation?
I have not had that happen. However, I can tell you my last relationship was 3 years long, and he's 10 years older than me.
Okay.
And when I met him, he told me, first of all, he was so infatuated, so in love with me. And, at the time I was 24, he was 34. And he sat me down and he's like, listen, if things go well, I've been there, done that. He's like, I've had everything, but I've never had one of you. That's what he said. I don't know. But he said to me that if things went well after a year, that he was going to want to really get serious and start discussing marriage, discussing kids. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'm completely fine with that. Well, what happened is, we ended up moving in together after a year. And as time went on, it was just spinning our wheels. And then when we're almost 3 years in, I'm like, what's going on? I'm not saying we have to get married and start a family tomorrow, but we should be starting these discussions. You said yourself, you're not getting any younger. And he just got terrified and kept telling me that I was pressuring him. And that was not the case.
Okay, let me jump in here. I want to ask you a quick question. If you had to give a percentage of the reason why you're still single, trash men to, I guess, just relationships didn't work out, what would your ratio be?
Oh, it's absolutely mostly trash men.
Give me a percentage. What's the number?
It's high. It's high.
60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Like how hard you go?
I would honestly say trash men is probably at least 80%.
80-20. Now let me bring Griot in. Let me get his comments off because he's in the comment section heavy. I want to hear what you got to say about that, Griot.
So first though.
Yeah, man, this is Griot.
Yeah, this is Griot.
What's up, everybody? It's boy El Griot. You can follow me at L_Griot88. First though, let's not forget that as we come up and we get older, most women count the good dudes out first anyway. The first thing they like to do is go after the bad boys and everybody else. So everything that you could have had before, you left in the past. So the next thing we need to look at is the fact that women cheat just as much as men, if not more. They're slyer than men are. They know how to hold it together better than men. So I don't know where, you know what I'm saying, what went wrong in the conversation, but you can't blame the other sex or the, you know what I'm saying, the other side for the stuff that you go through if you're picking wrong in the first place.
So Green, what would you say the percentage is? Trash men to women being in bad positions?
I'm not even gonna go there.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say, in generalization, when you're picking people that you want to talk to and you're giving energy to people, you need to pick in the right pool. Someone asked earlier, they was like, "Well, where's the right pool at?" If you going to the clubs and you doing all this other stuff, you can possibly find someone there, but what's the actual likelihood by you actually going out and sitting down and having a conversation and talking to somebody that you don't know?
So where do you think a pool? Where's the correct pool then?
All around you can find a good person around the corner. You can literally go to the store right now, meet somebody, and that could possibly be a good connection. But you have to put that in.
I agree with the possibility of that, but you can also go around the corner and meet a person whose representative you're going to meet, and they're not the right person, and you can waste mad time.
But do you think that really
but
happens?
You can't generalize it to men and women is what I'm saying. When you generalize and you say that 80% of men are trash, when that's honestly not the truth. If you look at in the room right now, there's 3 of y'all in the room. I'm sitting right here, and you got like 4 other dudes on the chat right now. Each and every one of them are probably good men.
That's because it's only 3 of us in this room. Let's
put
100 of us in this room.
But if
thank you for that point. I agree.
If you're taking statistically, from what you know, all those men are good men. So if you put 5 women in the room that she knows, and I'm guessing that you're a good woman, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So if you're a good woman and you put 5 other women that you know in that room, I'm guessing all your friends are good women, right?
So I'm gonna be transparent here.
Okay.
All I know how to do is keep it real, and I'm gonna keep it real. Okay. I have female friends that are wonderful people, but there are some of them that I would not recommend that any of my male friends date them, because I know what their tendencies are like.
All right, so now my next question is, since you just said that you know what your friends' tendencies are, and
yeah, we talk about some of them. Most of my friends are not like that. But
okay, so say we take 5 of your good friends and put them in a room. I cannot generalize any of y'all until I get to know you, correct? That's what I'm saying. The basis of this conversation
it doesn't make numbers when
I feel you. I get what you're going, but for the sake of conversation, we understand that generalizations are generalizations, right? But to make your point, her experience might be that versus what your experience is. And granted, if we're going to say that there are trash men and there are women who pick bad, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you're single, she's single. There's a few other single people here in the comment section. Your experience is yours. I'm not in that, so I'm going to sit back and listen. But the generalization thing, not all bad people are bad. But you know what it is. You go on Tinder. We literally know. I've never been on Tinder, but I know that's where you go to get.
I've been on Tinder.
Yeah, when they say people meet their husband or their wives on those apps, I believe it happens, but I do believe that percentage is very small. And I also say that because I met multiple people when I did the app. I did it, a couple of times. I did it once. I was having terrible luck, went back and tried it again later. Still nothing good. And I mean, to be fair, someone could even say, oh, you can meet someone good in church. Well, even some of the most crooked people the biggest hypocrites are sitting in church every day. So
the person standing at that pulpit preaching just touched a kid.
If he's
Amanda,
sitting,
you're 100% right. Amanda, you're 100% right. So no matter where you meet, that's the bunch of ifs and maybes, and even Grill. Back to the point of 3 people in this room and we're all good men. Yes, you are correct, because it's such a small amount in here. Let's take the same 3 men and stick us around 200,000 others.
So you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Because with probability, you can't just take a small sample. That's why they don't just do 3 or 4 people. Like the vaccines, they took millions of people. You're 100% right. I agree with you on that. But the thing is, man, let me ask you a question.
According to this room, there's not one. If we're going to hold down stance this room, there's not a single black criminal in the world.
But hold on. Oh, that's a good one. Amanda, can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where did you meet your 3 year, your last relationship, 3 years? Where'd you meet him at?
I actually met him through a friend.
Okay. And that, okay. A friend, not on Tinder, not online.
Not on Tinder. I met him through a friend.
Bar. So you got a recommendation from a friend for this guy.
But that question would be to Amanda, why did that relationship end?
She kind of explained.
That's actually, go ahead, Amanda.
So to be honest, I think it's a couple of things. I think one thing is he did put on a show in the beginning. He actually even kind of admitted that later down the line that he did some pretending. The other thing is he's now about to be 41 this year. I figured out along the way while I was with him that he seems to have commitment issues. So it's like he's the type of man that he feels like he kind of always has to have someone. Like he can be in a relationship, but then when it starts getting too serious and things start getting too real, like it was with us, he like freaked out and just dipped out.
Do you feel you did anything wrong within that 3 years to where you could have caused it?
I don't feel I did. I also say this because when he did leave me, it was crazy. He had nothing bad to say about me. He literally looked me dead in my face, told me that I was so beautiful, that I am like the most loyal woman he's ever known, that I never asked him for anything, that I deserve to be a wife, but that he doesn't deserve me and that I deserve better.
He probably didn't want to be in a relationship.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Your relationship didn't end on bad terms, correct?
I mean, I didn't want it to end on bad terms. I'm not going to get into details, but there were just some things where it went a little bad. But I mean, the good thing is, like, he would still talk highly of me if someone were to ask him about me.
So, Amanda, I have a question. And Claude, interrupt if I'm wrong. Because Claude, if I'm not wrong, Claude was trying to say if it went wrong or if a man cheated, something the woman did to lack some.
Yes, I'm gonna interrupt.
Okay,
that is not what I said. You know that's not what I said.
No, it's not.
You said a woman 26.
I don't necessarily agree with that, though. I don't agree with that because something I've learned, and I learned it actually a lot just being with him, to be quite honest, is I think if someone behaves a certain way or if they walk away from a relationship or even if someone cheats, many times it doesn't have to do with the partner. It has to do with them and how they feel about themselves.
I'm curious. I'm curious what Don had to say about that. He had a rebuttal.
Real though. Grill, we're gonna have to drop you because we're gonna have too many people. Yeah, you good? You got something to say? All right, go ahead.
Y'all know my stance.
Okay.
Y'all know my stance.
We're gonna drop you. Thank you for joining us.
Hold on, Grill.
Oh, you can stand. Yeah, just put him on the side.
Don, what you talking about?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Don is Amanda, by the way.
Steve. So hi, Amanda. Steve, you keep asking Claude if he said if the woman had did something to cause the man to cheat, and Claude keeps backing up. He won't own it. I'll say that yes, that's a possibility. Is it 100%? No, but there could be reasons why the man cheated. For example, and you know what I'm talking about is real. Sometimes women, when you first meet them, they don't act or look the same way as when you first met them. They may have put on some pounds. They may have, changed, had a whole new attitude. That happens, and sometimes some men don't have it in them to say, all right, I'm out of here. Sometimes they'll say, let me just keep this and have some on the side. That right there, the ownership, the woman does get some accountability on that. You can't just say, oh, all men are trash, or all men cheat, all men just going to cheat for no reason. No, it's a two-way street. Men value looks, men value sex, they value,
Can I ask you a question,
all that crap.
Oh, hold on. Let Amanda chime in.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Amanda.
So I agree that, there absolutely can be some cases where something the partner does causes the person to want to cheat, but I still believe in integrity, and I don't think anyone can ever put the blame on the other person if they cheat.
And that's where
it's not blame.
But I have this question for you. So if you feel, at least maybe most of the time, that it has to do with the partner, then explain a man that cheats in every single relationship he gets in. Like, I'd like to hear your perspective on that.
Who are you asking?
She's probably talking to Don.
I think she's talking to me.
Go ahead.
She's talking to me. Okay.
All of you. I mean, you're all men, so.
Why every... Well, go ahead, Claude. Go ahead. If you want.
So first of all, Don, I want you to answer because I'm gonna say real quick. I literally said when Steve said, "Say a woman is 26 and she gets cheated on," I said, "What? Why did the man cheat?" Is all I asked, because I was going to basically say what Don said. There are factors. You can't literally just say that men cheat, and that's what men cheat do, and there's no reason. That's what you were. That's literally the words that you were running back, Steve. If that's what you said, okay, maybe I'm crazy. That's what I. You know what? Maybe that's what I interpreted that. So if you didn't say that, that's on me. That is why I said that, and that is what I was going to go where Don said. But Don, go ahead and answer her question though, if you got it.
Well, but I was just going to say, man, what the gentleman who was on before me is it Grio? He's 1,000% right. Grio, man, he's 100% right with this. Like, this is not all men, and I feel some type of way. I may be a little hot right now because Steve, you were trying to make it seem like Claude is the wrong one for saying.
Mike too. Don't let Mike off the hook.
They need to take accountability. Oh, I know, Mike. I'm gonna get your ass. I'm gonna get your ass too, Mike.
Bring your shit.
The woman has to take accountability. Oh, believe me, I will too. And you know my brother still stay down there too. You know.
Oh yeah.
I'll send him.
Shout out to Dante. I love him, and I'm ready when he show up. But I will say this.
Oh no, I bet you do. I bet you do.
Hold on, real quick. Me, Steve, and Amanda are simply saying. And I think I might even be saying something different than what Amanda's saying. I don't necessarily agree with either side. But I will say this. You can't just, like, the all word. No one said all. Not one time.
Absolutely. You can never say all.
First of all, Amanda literally said all. Literally, the last comment you said was all. I heard all. At least from all of y'all said all. There was definitely alls in there.
Most
it was implied.
I definitely said most the whole time.
Yeah, and Amanda stands as most, and I don't even know the number because I'm not.
Whether or not we're saying
irrelevant.
But let Don get it.
Go ahead, Don.
Whether or not we're saying all or not, the word most matters, and that's where we're at. If we're gonna do percentages, you guys are asking for percentages.
What's your percentage?
Of course, like we can do that, but
there's a reason why.
That's the thing. I'm gonna give the same exact thing that Grio said. It doesn't. A percentage really don't matter with that. It matters that both parties, men and women, accept responsibility for why relationships don't work out. And if a man cheats, listen, maybe you need to check and see why he did that. Now, Amanda, I don't know you or your man or what happened with that. But
I don't have a man.
Man, if a man is with you for 3 years,
he met your last man.
This ain't a dating service, man.
I'm saying the man you were with for
the last dude.
The man you were with for 3 years or so. Didn't she say she was going to do the last time? 3
years, yeah.
If you were with him for 3 years and if within like the first year or two, he had you had no semblance that he was going to, that he was going to marry you, then I feel like the writing was on the wall, because if you approached him with it and he's 30 something, he's in his mid 30s.
She said he did.
He just wasn't going to do it.
The marriage. He just
wasn't going to do it.
Okay. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to do it, if I'm being honest.
So do you wait? So let's hold there. With that said, because Grio and Don both said this, is the accountability on you for not noticing that sooner?
I absolutely actually do take a lot of accountability, because I don't want to talk too badly about anyone, but I will just say this: there were a lot of giant waving red flags that I should have caught early on that I didn't.
Would you like to revisit?
Why do you not think you caught that earlier?
Why do I think I should have caught it earlier?
No, why do you think you did not catch it earlier?
Because I was in love. When you're in love, like, you have the blinders on, man. It's like you excuse every little thing without realizing it. Going, oh, it's no big deal. And then it's before you know it, you wake up one day and you're like, oh shit, like this is a problem.
Also, at the end of the day, and Don, more so reference to you, everything is about free will. Everything is. Just because I put $100 on this table, and I walk away, doesn't mean they have to steal it. It's
Absolutely.
It's up to them to ultimately decide whether they take it or not. Just because they stole my money, like, well, how'd your money get stolen? Well, I left it on the table. Well, you kind of put it in their face, so they took it. Yes, it could be my blame because I never should have put $100 on the table. But also, they didn't have to take it.
But if you stole from me consecutively for 6 days and I needed money from you, and I just like, okay, fuck it, he did me wrong for all this time, I'm going to take that $100.
That's different, Claude.
How is that different? That's a reason.
I'm trying to explain when I say how, and you cut me off in the middle when I say it's different, I can't get off. It's different because you said 6. I said one time. I left 100 this once. I didn't leave 100 7 days in a row when you took it all 7. I'm like, oh, it's crazy.
I didn't say that.
I think what Claude is saying is that the one time it happened in Amanda's scenario, it happened for 3 years. So that is the multiple time scenario. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
But in 3 years, in 3 years, she didn't say for 3 years straight. He said,
was a bad representative.
Right, that's what I'm saying. She didn't say for 3 years straight he was trash.
Listen, Amanda, I'm going to say this to you.
Steve's point is that he was showing her something different.
And
right. She's saying she had blinders. That combination.
Well, I can tell you guys differences. Like I will say this, and I will always give him credit for this. But I have never had a man court me so properly the way he did, ever.
Granted,
he did.
10 years
he did everything right.
Amanda, that don't count. That doesn't count, though. Granted, I understand, and that may be true, but also he's 10 years your senior.
So actually,
wait, before we move.
Guys, hold on real quick. Please, let me ask her one question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask one question.
It's our
Amanda,
show, but go ahead.
Did you, I know, but I got to ask this question. Amanda, did you do anything, or do you feel you did anything for him to not want to marry?
I really don't think I did.
Call him on three-way, Amanda. Call him on three-way. Call him.
Send him the link.
No, I don't speak to him, and I really don't want
to. Give me his number. I'm about to call him right now.
Yeah, we'll call him. We'll get him on.
No, but
I just need his IG.
I'll just say this. He is someone that is very stuck in his ways, and nothing is ever good enough. To the point that one of his biggest complaints was that I was too happy.
All right, that's okay.
Real quick.
I'm serious. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up.
You was just dealing with a goofball.
What up, girl?
Like, and I say that because life experiences, I've seen a lot of women choose dudes that they should have never even been with. And I've seen a lot of dudes choose women that they should have never fucked with.
Yeah.
And we had a show, and I told y'all, one of my fears is getting a chick pregnant that I should have even never been around. So
now whose fault is that, though?
It's the person's fault. When we sit here and we point fingers and say, oh, women this and then men that, you getting off into the weeds or something you shouldn't even be at. Women have the right to choose a dude that they belong with. But y'all, I'm sorry, let me take that back.
And that's why I'm single now.
Right. But see, but the good dudes that you're around, you probably think are cornballs, and they out here working.
No.
Hold on.
To be fair,
don't kicked off the show now, Greg.
No. Wait a minute. To be fair, let me tell you guys this. I have actually tried to give a couple of guys a chance that I've had in the friend zone, and you know what happened?
Yeah.
As soon as I tried to entertain them on a deeper level, then they started being dickheads. So
the representative wore off, huh?
Yeah. So that was my experience with trying to give a nice guy or a friend zone guy a chance.
I'm gonna wrangle it in real quick, and because I just had one last question regarding this. This is a great topic. Y'all did great contributing to our topic here. You mentioned before that the guy that you were dating for 3 years, you were 24 and he was 34. So remember when we started this topic, I talked about it being late 20s, early 30s. My question is that you think that there's a disparity between the ages? So imagine if you were 34 and he was 44. You think it would have been the same scenario?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
I know, that's why I created it.
And that's hard to say. And I will be honest about this as well. So when I met him, I thought to myself, this man is 34 years old. He's never been married. He doesn't have any kids. He has a place to live. He has a car. And not only does he have a job, but he's a business owner. Like, what the hell is wrong with him? I did
You
say that.
literally just made my point, Amanda. You know that you literally just made my point.
Wait.
100%.
So you saw.
I did ask myself that. I did ask myself that.
Isn't well? All right.
You literally just made my point.
You know what? I appreciate you for coming and standing in this, Amanda, Don, and Griot. You both. Thank y'all for contributing. Single folks, stand up. The comment section, y'all. I appreciate it. It is an interesting conversation, especially to me, who's been in a relationship for a long time. I still don't have an answer. If I so happen to find myself in the dating pool, is it trash women or is it trash men? And I know I decide where I land in that, but I want the single people to chime in. I'll start with Griot.
So this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna get off. I was watching Joe Budden's podcast, and him and Kevin Samuels was talking about this earlier, right? There are a lot of dynamics that have changed about the dating scene, and one thing that has changed is the need for men from women. So when it comes to women making more money, they choose money as the priority over the men now. So if a man ain't making as much money or more, most of the time a woman won't even talk to that man.
What's wrong with that though?
I'm one that does not feel that way. I've had broke ass men.
You're rare, and that's I'm thankful for it, but you're rare. You know.
Hold on, I disagree, girl. Women do this all the time. I know. Women always date down. Women always date down, bro.
Steve is right. So what's wrong with that?
More than likely, a lot of people, girl, make a lot more than them.
Right,
bro. Women do not choose to date down in most cases. Majority of the time, women will not choose to date down.
I don't agree with that.
Somebody use a reference of this room, and we don't got to. I do anybody finances.
No, let's do it.
Do anybody, girl? Me personally, I make more than my girl. Do you make more than your girl?
No,
I do not.
So therefore, according to this room that we wanted to use earlier for percentage,
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 women make more.
But what are you talking about dating down though? Are you talking about a dude that works at
That's
McDonald's?
anecdotal evidence. That's anecdotal.
Yeah, Don is correct. Don is correct.
Hey, can I say this real quick?
This room doesn't represent America.
That's anecdotal evidence. That's anecdotal evidence, and you know damn well it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
But hold on. What you guys see when you say date down, you don't know you can't apply the same thing to men and women. So when you say because a woman, she'll level up and she think, damn, she went to school, got a PhD, all that, whatever, and she's making all this money. But generally, men who already got their own money, they don't care about that. You know what they care about? Your looks, your attitude, whether or not you're gonna create peace in my house, whether or not you're gonna be nice to do right by the kids, clean, cook, that type shit. That's what increases your value. That's what you consider dating up and down when it pertains from men to women. So if a woman has money, that's not necessarily dating up for me. That's just what she has.
Don,
dating up would be if the woman can do all that other stuff too.
You're correct situationally, because I don't need a woman to make enough to help me take care of my kid. My son is a grown man at this point. So depending on who you ask, it's not going to apply to the same person. Everything is situational. Everything. But I agree with you. Mm-hmm. It's just situational. I don't need. If I met a woman today, like my girl right now, my girl don't need to take care of my kid.
Go ahead, Don. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let me ask one question.
Yes.
And I think I already know your answer. But to a woman, all right, what you value in a woman, do you care more about her bank account or whether or not she's going to treat you right and be submissive and just literally allow you to lead the household, literally, give you peace and calm. Like, do you value that or do you care about her wallet?
Today, I do not care about money because I'm fine.
What do you value more?
Today, I care more about, because I can take care of us both. I say it very humbly and fortunately, I can take care of us both. I can take care of the household. I'm the leader. I'm the man. So today, I need her to pretty much know how to follow, take care of the household, and if she if she has children, to be able to take care of them, because I got everything else. I no longer have a small child. I always leave my son out of it because the facts are a woman will never have to help me take care of my kid. He's pretty much 18. It's a wrap. He's not looking to her for mentorship. So away from that, it's me that's the leader. So I don't care about her money because I have us both. But that's because it's situational. If I again start over when I have a 5-year-old, now I might need her to be a good mother. I need her to have different skills that's going to help me, and I need to make sure she's not hurting my kid or touching my kid. Those are no longer my worries. It's no longer there. That's why I said it was situational.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes,
one last question, just to piggyback, and I'll leave it alone. Do you think most men prefer? Because I know you keep saying situational. That's anecdotal evidence. I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think most men date women for their money, or for their peace, or for the just having a woman that the confidant, someone who will take care of them, someone who will just rub their back, cook, clean, that stuff? Do you think they care more about most men, not you?
Yes,
peace of mind.
I want to hear Steve's answer, and I also want to hear Amanda's answer.
I think most men in the age group that we all agreed on, between the age of 26 and 36, just in that realm, I think most men wants peace. They want quiet in their household. Not quiet like women shut up, not like that. No. I mean, they want a peace in the household. They don't care about her money. Most men, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about most men being 19 or 20, meeting a woman. They might care about bread. I don't know. But today, in our age group, no. Most men, they want peace. A woman that's going to be able to take care of home, like cook, clean, etc., and that type of thing.
So, Amanda, same question?
So this is my point with the whole dating up and down thing.
Hold on, Dono.
Money.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd actually really love to give my perspective.
I'm sorry,
I'm interested to hear his perspective. Go ahead.
Yeah. So let me first say I know I'm a rare breed. I've learned that a long time ago. But this is my aspect on what I look for in a partner, and it's not finances at all. I say this because finances are temporary. You can be rich today, broke tomorrow. It's such a temporary thing. Life is so crazy. You never know what's going to happen. Me personally, I look for someone that is going to compromise and someone that is not going to give up when things get hard. And I think this generation is the worst with that. Everyone just wants to quit because it gets hard, or it's quick to pick up their phone and look on social media and look at what else is out there. Like, no, I think it's really important to just have someone that is not going to give up on you. Someone's character. That's what I care about.
So, Amanda, let's go back. Let's go into the Wayback Machine real quick and go back to your 3-year relationship. Hold on, I got a question. I got a question.
No, this applies to what she just said. Real quick. You do. What about your friends?
I can say I know most women I know are like, oh, he better pay for everything. He better take me to a fancy dinner. He better do this. I'm not like that. I believe, especially if you live together, you should be splitting the bills.
What is your friend?
I don't believe in a man paying for everything. I even believe in women treating the man sometimes. Like,
man, how big is
it's not wrong for a woman to take her man on a date and treat him and do things for him.
I commend you on that. But what is your friend group number? What is like you're one of how many in the group of people you talk about? Because my friend group is 9. I would say, out of 9, like when you're talking about the women you reference, like your homies that you hang with, you go out with, you commiserate, the friends you won't reference, how many of them believe what you believe?
I mean, I have to be honest. Most women I know care about money, or they care about what a man is going to spend on them, just what he's going to do financially. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with dating in this generation is people that are looking for that. Oh, who's going to, financially provide for me? Who's going to buy me this and that? Those aren't people that want real love.
So, Amanda, let me take you back on the Wayback Machine. We're gonna go way back, and then we're gonna go just a little bit back. So let's go back to 10. Let's go back 10 years ago when you were 24 and you were dating the 34-year-old. Was money a factor? Was money a factor back then?
Not at all.
Oh, great. So let's go back 20 minutes ago when you were talking about the dating pool not being trash, and now you mentioned that the females are basically the same. So is the dating pool really trash?
Oh, no. I'm going to be honest with you.
I didn't hear her say that.
I suffer.
She agreed with you.
I suffer a lot because of females like that. I've met guys that I've been like maybe somewhat interested in or want to date them, and they don't want to take me on dates because they're like, oh, how do I know that you're not just using me for a free dinner? And I'm like, Come on, man. I'm not even that kind of woman. Like, I'll buy myself food if I'm hungry. I'm not gonna like look for a man to do that.
So you're saying the type of women that you were friends with have tainted the dating pool, essentially?
Yeah. Women I know have contaminated the dating pool.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Do you think they were tainted?
Oh, Jesus. Here you go. Go ahead.
It's true. Like, it's a constant.
I get what you're saying.
It's a constant.
God.
Like, I'm like this. I'm like this because this was done to me. So I'm going to act like this. So then the next person that has nothing to do with the reason to act like this, they're going to. It's a constant.
It's back to the baggage question. You're getting the baggage from the previous.
It's constantly a back and forth. It's just truth.
This has just become a great show. Y'all are amazing.
I do have a question real quick. Before I know we're coming to an end, and anyone can answer this. Because all right, back to the marriage thing. You dated the guy for 3 years. He wanted marriage. It did not end the marriage. Claude, how long was it before you married your wife after dating her?
Total, I think it was 3 years after we were married. I proposed after a year and a half.
Okay.
But I also was 29.
I would have to speak to another person that was in a long-term relationship. It's like, okay, then why weren't you married? My longest term relationship, it did not end in marriage. I just wasn't ready neither though. But obviously neither was she. My longest term relationship. Me today at 36, I'm dating now. Do I expect
ready to get married?
Definitely. Okay. I eventually do want to. Yes, I do want to be a husband ultimately. I do want a wife ultimately, and I don't have a time. There's no like after 2-3 years we have to get married. But I am no longer dating just because you look good. I'm dating because I need something more in my life.
Right.
So I'm looking for a wife. I'm dating because I'm dating my potential wife. I'm no longer dating because you're attractive. That's no longer such the high end on my list.
Do you find your dating pool is trash?
No, because I told you from the beginning, I think it's a lot easier for a man.
I
look up as being a man in a dating.
But you know what else I think has contaminated the dating pool, and what else messes up the mindsets is I have to also say majority of the time men that are in my DMs, they're in happy relationships. They're married.
So wait, Amanda. So there's a little bit of a factor that we haven't really talked about you. Are you comfortable talking about that on air?
I'm good with it, man. Come on, you should know from Sunday. I'm good. You can ask me anything.
Reveal the thing that I'm not talking about. Go ahead.
What?
Tee it up. You teed it up. You deliver it.
She can tee it up. So what we don't know about Amanda is that Amanda is an OnlyFans girl.
So
she hasn't, but she talked about her DMs, and it's very different for an OnFans girl. Her DMs are going to be full of men.
Oh, they were bad before OnlyFans. Now it's just worse.
Oh, okay. I was just double checking on that because I was curious. Maybe that should have been the question. Was it different before OnlyFans or after OnlyFans? So I'm just curious about that.
To be honest, the only difference is it's just worse that I get way more now than before.
Okay. Yeah, because you do look the same. It's not like your looks change or anything like that, right?
Yeah, and I'm still the same person. OnlyFans doesn't define me.
So we had 2 comments in the comment section, and I want to hear from all 3 of you, and then eventually my co-host. Shout out to y'all. The comment was, the dating pool is trash for both. The good ones are both few and far between. And then the reply was, that's not true. Neither dating pool is trash. People's selections are trash. That's been the conversation the whole time.
The whole time.
If you have to take a vote and you gotta pick one, this is like an election, Democrat or Republic. Pick one: trash dating pool or trash selection process.
You gonna start here or go there first?
We can talk about this all night, but I want to know where you land on it. I'm going to abstain, but go ahead.
So abstain. It's a bitch move.
It's a
very bitch move.
If
trash selection. Vote, trash selection. Trash selection.
Trash selection.
It has to go for me. It has to go with dating pool because people change. Like I meet the person of my dreams today. They're everything I ever want. What can I do if they change and I was fooled?
I got you.
I'm with you, Amanda.
It's tough.
Trash dating.
I'd say probably trash selection, man. It's just there's not a lot to pick.
Hers is the dating pool, is what she said.
Dating pool is the same dating pool, yeah.
Real?
I'm going with trash selection, man.
Okay.
Like, people will tell me all the time that they were with such and such, this, that person, and third. When you with a person for a certain amount of time or period, they will show you things that tell you red flags pop up. You either stay or you leave. That's just my take on it. You know, and another
it's
thing.
Not so cut and grill. It's not so
hold
cut
on,
and dry. What about your emotions and your heart and when you fall in love, bro? It's not so cut and dry. You don't just leave.
That's true.
No one does that in real life. No one does that.
That's why I've been so
You've already voted
because of love.
Can I speak?
Sure.
Go ahead. So, being somebody that was in a very horrible relationship, I can tell you, I understand that when you get your emotions caught up, a lot of people tend to try and stay and they want to change a person. But like I said, through life experiences, you can't change nobody that's not right for you. So if you stay at that point, it's on you. That's a selection process.
I get that, but you know how many people stay with people because they swear they're going to change?
But
Like Claude,
Yeah.
I mean, Grill. Let me give you an example. The first time, very unfortunately, but the first time a man beats his wife, right? Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I will never put my hands on you again. I was drinking, whatever excuses he want to give. She chooses to stay because she believes it happens again. And then it happens again. And unfortunately, eventually, yes, she has to leave. But she stayed because she believed he would eventually change.
Oh, no. Beating somebody, though. There's psychological issues with beating somebody.
Then let's lower it and not talk about the beating part. Point of it is, I've seen my friend, I've seen people have full fights in bars with girls. And they still never left. Why? Because people are in love.
Do that, Mike?
People are in love and they want the bet. They try to make it work. It's not so simple as just leave. When your heart is involved, it takes everything else off the table.
Grio, this can go on forever. So your vote is trash selection, right?
Yeah, that was
okay. Let's move to Don.
Donnie?
You know, actually, mine is the pool. And the reason why,
seriously,
listen, this isn't a side. Listen, you can miss me with that because it's not even that. It is the pool, but it's the women who need to step their shit up. Ultimately, I'm being real.
I'm a little offended over here. Okay,
listen, Amanda. Oh, I'm not. Listen, I'm not even directing what I'm talking about directly toward you. I'm directing it to this movement, to the mindset that I leveled up. It's hot girl summer. You know.
Oh no, I'm not with all that. I'm not with all that though.
I'm just saying, the men. Listen, hold on. Listen, let me say this. The men who are doing you dirty, the men who are, in your DMs and they're married and all that stuff. Yeah, they're the ones who like hot girl summer and all that. They're the ones that are not going to be looking to marry. But the guys who are looking to marry, they don't want that. They don't care about your money. They don't care about all of that extra stuff. They care about, being feminine. Having your own hair for certain people. Like just being a helpmate. I'm being real. Acting like a woman. That's what those type of men want. So when I say the pool, I'm talking about the men who are actually marriage minded. Who cares? Like stop. Who cares about the ones that are trash, Steve? The ones who are marriage minded. Those are the guys that they have a certain thing that they want, and it's not what the women these days are offering. So yes, it is the pool. The pool of women need to step their shit up if they want to get married.
Can Amanda, I ask you this as a man?
Hold on, Amanda. Let me say this real quick, Amanda. You're not gonna like this. I'm sorry, so brace yourself. Most men, they don't want to. They're not marrying a girl who has an OnlyFans. Like they're just not.
I don't do nudes though.
Keep it in a buck. Listen, I hear that. I hear that. I'm just saying, it's not even about that. It's more so about the men who are marriage minded. That's not what they want. They don't want to share their woman to the internet. They don't.
But they want to look at every other woman on the internet as long as it's not their woman.
Yeah, but nothing's wrong with that, Amanda. I was agree with you a lot.
Pretty much, there's nothing looking at that. If it's my wife, I'm thinking about it. You don't know me, but I lost my wife last year. I could never imagine her doing anything on OnlyFans. I don't care if she's just showing her feet. I don't want that. I don't care how much money she makes off.
Think about it this way: she's contributing to the household financially, and if she makes you a part of it. Why would it be a problem?
Well, hold on. There is a pool of men that would probably be okay with it. Again,
correct.
I'm questioning the type of man it's going to be.
Including all the. Correct. Exactly. You guys are including men who are not marriage minded. Those men don't count here. You need to be talking about the men who are.
So what about these men?
That's what we're talking about, right?
because this is a major problem I have. Okay, I hear guys all the time say, I want a woman that doesn't ask for anything, that, she doesn't need me, this and that. That's one of the biggest reasons I have trouble dating, is because I won't make a man feel like I need him.
You won't make a man.
A lot of men say that I want a strong, independent woman, and then they get it, and it's like they run.
Listen, the men who are marriage minded, I'm being real with you right now. The men who are marriage minded, they don't want a strong, independent woman. They want to help me. They want a woman who will be there, keep their stomach full and their balls empty.
Well, hold on, Don, hold on, because marriage minded and having
I'm being real.
But hold on, but Don, what Don's not also saying though too is that a woman that's cooperative, and cooperative doesn't necessarily mean that you're not independent. That just means that if we're doing something in this relationship, it's something that's you're not arguing with me about how I'm wrong or whatever. It's a cooperative. It's the co-op. It's a cooperative relationship, and that's what he means by that. He's not necessarily saying a subservient woman, but a woman that is cooperative, and that's not necessarily be obedient. That's, hey, work with me type thing, and that's what we're talking about here. And just know the distinction, because it's not the same thing as being obedient and cooperative. And I think that's a little bit of a misconception.
No, the word obedient didn't come out my word. The word obedient did not.
But I think that's what she might have been thinking.
Again, and I want to be clear. That's not what we want.
All right, so my goodness, this was an amazing topic. I had no idea you guys want to go where you went, and I appreciate everybody on the show. Steve, Mike, anything else for our guests before we let them ride for the night?
I appreciate all y'all from being on. Salute the grill. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Salute the grill. Salute to Don. Salute to Amanda. I appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely collectively helped make this episode.
Yeah.
It's very opinionated. I loved all the opinions.
Yeah, more of this to come, guys. Definitely, 100%.
Yeah, and
shit was split 50-50, 3-3.
3-3?
3-3. And the comment section was on a whole nother level. There was a lot that wasn't said.
Let's do this, Mike. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll on Facebook or Instagram, whatever we do. Let's do a poll and see what everybody else thinks too, and we'll talk about it in the next episode.
Also, keep the conversation going real quick before we let y'all go. I would love, I know y'all supporters, Grills SVM, Don has been a lifetime homie, and Amanda, you just jumped in on Guru Speaks, which airs soon, and we'll get to that. But I want y'all to all introduce. I'm gonna start with Grill. How can they find you?
Hey man, y'all can follow me on Twitter and IG at EL_Grill, GRIOT 88. And also watch out for your boy. Got an EP coming.
There you go.
We waiting on that one. He got some shit cooking. We'll talk about that. Grill, deuces. Donnie, talk to us.
Y'all can find me in Nebraska, being a dad to 3 daughters. Zoe, say hi, Zoe. Yeah.
Shout out to the Niece gang.
But I'm on Instagram, the Don.8.
Now you Don.
And in the comment section, thank you, Donnie. And
Don, please work on your back, your lower back.
Yeah, man.
Just get your lower back right. We're gonna be okay.
I'm trying, right. Dog. I'm trying.
I see you in the gym.
My back is retired. Dog.
It probably should be. I would too if 3 strikes you're out.
It's over, dog.
I love you, Don.
Amanda, one last time. Where can we find you?
I'm on Instagram. It's Amanda Baby 2 Wives XO, and yes, I am on OnlyFans, and it's onlyfans.com/AJ Leona.
Are you going to give us? You were mentioning on Guru Speaks about a promo or something? No, I'm just joking. I'm not.
Oh no, I can run a promo today just for you guys.
Actually, you can talk about that off air.
I'm cool on that. Passing on the OnlyFans.
No, what about for our fans?
What about what?
Never mind. Off air.
Y'all go to her OnlyFans, but
I'm passing on that.
I'm not getting in trouble. Anyhow,
stabbed on 6 de Mayo.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll have you on next time. Anytime, guys, we'll have you on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Everybody stay tuned. We still here. Thank you, 3.
Don't leave.
We'll be talking to you.
And bye-bye, Amanda.
I think it's time to get into...
Bye, Amanda. All right, it is time.
It's the Pour Up Live.
It is the Pour Up Live still, so we still got to do our damn shot. God damn. Time to shoot my shot, gentlemen. Y'all ready for it? So this shot this week is actually inspired by none other than Miss Beyonce herself, the creator and founder of the Beehive. She put a little song out back on the album. What was the album? Sasha Fierce. I Am Sasha Fierce.
I don't know.
Called Single Ladies.
Yeah, it was on one of them albums.
What?
It was on one of them.
You don't follow Beyonce?
I do. I'm a big DC fan.
Jesus
I just don't remember that
man.
album.
All right, anyhow, I made a shot based on that. It's called
DC fan.
Destiny Child. Put a ring on it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a half-ounce tequila, 1/4 ounce peach schnapps, and a dash of orange juice. And I'm calling it, like I said, put a ring on it. So you guys want to take it?
All right.
Let's take it.
Pour Up Live.
Pour Up Live. Single ladies.
Tuning in. Hey, real quick. You ladies should have been backing your girl Amanda. Your girl Amanda stood in that. She stood in the fire. I ain't saying
she definitely stood in the pain. I think she did her fucking
100%.
thing.
Salute to her. What the rest of y'all? The comment section was popping a little bit. We would have loved to heard from a lot of you. I personally have a few friends who's single. They may not have been available because they, working or busy or whatever. But the fact is, we hear a lot and we said a lot, and the numbers are split. Not saying anybody's right or wrong, but that's where we at with it. I like the conversation. The conversation was popping.
Y'all can expect this, I think, every week. What y'all think? Every week?
I'm with the Pour Up Live situation.
It.
Next week, I think we're gonna go businesses.
And we'll start starting on time too, guys, because we had technical difficulties today. And that's true. That's why I always say 7-ish. 7-ish. 7-ish.
I had posted something similar. I was like around 7 and shit. But y'all know I'll be late.
Yeah.
I know T in the comment section just fucking.
Everybody knows you're late. You were born late and you will die late, homie. That's how I know you dying after me.
Facts.
100%. All right, guys. It's time to do last call.
Last call.
Last call for alcohol.
It's really loud and long.
Can we substitute that for the Biggie?
The Biggie has one? Oh, we could. I could do that. Yeah, next episode. Who wants to go first? Steve?
Last call. Shit. I enjoyed today.
Yeah.
Y'all be safe. Definitely check out that Khaled album. Check out what else? Oh, y'all look up the footage of seeing old boy Jake Paul getting the beats put on him for snatching Mayweather hat. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed today's episode. Salute the women.
Is it me or you?
Go ahead. You
I'll jump in.
Yeah.
So my last call is gonna be a shout out to next week's episode. We're gonna talk businesses, entrepreneurs stand up.
Okay.
Y'all show up and talk your shit. We'll tell you what the questions is. We'll get there, but bring a drink, pour up with us, and to finish it off, when you see this video, share it. Just hit the share button. I ain't asking for a lot. I ain't asking for money. I ain't asking for nothing yet. But hit the share button. Salute to the Pour Up Podcast Live. Shout out to my co-host. We out here.
Guys, always, I enjoy doing the show with you guys. We'll fuss, we fight, we talk. This is what this is about, getting our ideas out there. And we're not going to agree ever because we're different people and you different people. And no disrespect to women, 100%. I truly believe that if you're in your late 20s and early 30s, you're worth it. And you 100% deserve to get what you deserve. And so don't settle. And that's just basically my topic is that maybe it's not the guy. Maybe you just ain't found what's right for you yet. So just hold on to that little bit of hope. Honestly, at the end of the day, if you don't want a man, you don't want a man. A lot of women don't have a man. My mom is 60 years old and doesn't have a man. She married to Jesus, and she loves it and very happy. Don't even want me to come over for Mother's Day, to be honest with you.
You still think Mr. James is a friend.
Wow. I forgot. Shout out to Mother's Day. Mothers are the fucking, this world will be great and black moms will rule in the fucking country. But anyhow, guys, follow us at Shit Division Media. I can't even get it out. I can't even get it out. You know what's crazy? We have a Mr. James in the neighborhood too.
Mr. James is everywhere. Mr. James everywhere.
At Shift Division Media on literally everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and what's that last one? Spreaker, I think?
That's a Spreaker.
I got a Spreaker.
You can find us everywhere you listen to audio at and on YouTube. I do want to say this. Keep the conversation going. We gonna still be in there getting it popping. There's a lot of comments and a lot of opinions in there. I will say this: it's an interesting conversation to have where you have, because Steve talked about the representative, where you have good people or what seems like good people talking to other good people about why the dating pool is trash. And I'm not saying they should date each other. I'm just saying, where do the good people meet at?
Yeah,
I don't know, nor do I care.
There's Judas in every circle. You literally can't, because there's Judas in every circle.
We all met our significant others in bars.
I did meet my significant other.
Well, not. Okay, we're talking about
that's
that.
an old one. Like my.
You know what I'm saying? You've met.
Okay, that's what I
met good people at bars.
You've met good people at bars.
We met a lot of trash people.
Maybe when COVID's over, y'all go back to the bar. Shit.
Or get your shots and go to the bar now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
100%.
It's the Pour Up Podcast Live. I fuck with this shit. I love it. Thank y'all for support and thank y'all for commenting.
Wait, who are you?
I am Mike Lake, aka Hillsboro Slim. They call me Salt and Pepper Beard on the low, but y'all don't want to know about it.
Yo, I'm not gonna do. I am CP34.
Steve Cash Money Bags, aka the Fitness Daddy, aka the Vampire. Believe all them stories you hear about your boy around the campfire, and if you could, salute to every Mr. James in every hood.
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, let's pour a podcast. We out.
That's my rapping part.
We out.
We pound greater.